Scuderia South Africa is of course our partner for many years. However, a structural change within the company has taken place. Together now with a location change into this new location here in Bryanston. It addresses all the aspects of our business, new car sales, pre-owned sales, as well as in the extensive service and body shop activities.
In terms of the sheer size and beauty of this building, it really is a stunning building, and I think they've done very well with the branding and the new name Scuderia South Africa. I think it fits much better with the Ferrari brand.
They want to create a home away from home for Ferrari owners. So, I mean, if you own a Ferrari, you want to camp here for a little bit while you wait for your car to get serviced.
I'd like to see it populated with more Ferraris at this stage. It's a little bit there, but in a way like modern magazines are, they kind of got this white space feel about it. So I think, yeah, the cars breathe. I think it is in that sense very impressive.
Then, of course, there is a tendency to have separate representations for Maserati and then for Ferrari. Where it makes sense, the brands are together and stay together. Where it makes sense, they separate and have two different representations.
I was a bit stunned by the news. I mean, to me, they've made so much effort into getting Maserati up there with you know, the likes of Aston Martin or what have you. Personally, I don't see the Maserati brand diminishing the Ferrari brand.
Maserati is going for market share at the sake of exclusivity. And, you know, Sergio Marchionne is always going on about how he wants to keep Ferrari exclusive and, you know, something for a very elite group.
The California T, how we see it today, is actually a complete new car. Every panel that you see, every material inside, every technical aspect of the car has been renewed.
Compared to the previous model, there's not that much has changed, but what they've really done is they've just taken a few little edges and they've neatened it up and they've given it a far more sporty appeal. And I also like the front lights, which, you know, kind of very much remind you of the 458. In terms of the interior, it's beautiful. Also, once again, it's a very similar interior but far more refined. And I really enjoy the addition of the Apple CarPlay system, which I think will be a first for South Africa as far as I know.
With the car pulling up here, still what remains the most impressive for me is that retractable roof. I've never seen a roof being raised and retract in such a well-behaved fashion. Of course, the turbo upgrade I think is going to make this car really well.
The increase of horsepower is quite significant by roughly 100 horsepower versus the initial California to now 560 horsepower. But what I find even more impressive is the torque that the car has with 755 Newton-meter. The car is extremely responsive.
Going the forced induction route was inevitable. You know, you've got all those gains with lower CO2 and better fuel economy. And I think, you know, it's going to be great, especially if you're up at the reef. Not that normally aspirated Ferraris are slow, but that extra turbocharged surge would be appreciated. With that said, Ferrari is quite adamant about the fact that it sounds like a proper Ferrari, even though it's got a turbocharger. But I suppose we'll have to drive it before we can pass judgment on that.
The California is the most successful Ferrari ever built, not only number-wise, but also the ability to attract roughly about 78% new clients to Ferrari.
Let's face it, if you've got a Ferrari, you don't have to explain yourself.
I think it is really peerless without sounding like a Ferrari spokesman.